Do you feel like you want to pull your hair out because your web host is not working reliably? In this video, I want to share 5 mistakes I've made by not picking the right web host for my WordPress agency. Hey, I am Jan Koch. I am the uncommon solopreneur, and I am a proud Cloudways maverick. As I said, I love working with Cloudways. I love hosting with Cloudways, but I wasn't always a Cloudways customer, and I had my fair share of hosts that I've been through over the past 10-12 years. So over that time, I found out that some hosts are actively working against you. They don't do it on purpose, but some hosts just lack features that you as a freelancer or agency owner need to have. And if you don't have a good web host, you get one of these few things happening every single day. Without a good web host, your clients will email you that the site is loading slow, and this is the worst case scenario. If the clients realize their site is slow, you've got a problem. Sites go down randomly. This happened more than once, where out of the blue, websites were just not available anymore. Migrations are painful and slow. I remember that more than once I had to chunk down the database of big websites that say e-commerce stores with tens of thousands of transactions into small SQL files because I couldn't upload more than 20 megabytes at a time or 64 megabytes at a time, and yet the file was a gigabyte of data or something like that. You don't have full control over the configuration of the server. Think PHP versions, think variable settings, memory limits, timeouts, MySQL settings, MariaDB settings, stuff like that you want to have control over. Some web hosts just don't give it to you. Sometimes using it with your team is really tricky. You cannot limit access to who is seeing what server, who can do which settings on the server. Sometimes a host just doesn't have a good team management capability. And ultimately, this creates lack of confidence in your service by your clients. And that is obviously the last thing you want to have to happen. You cannot afford your clients to doubt your capabilities for a single second. And this is why, with a great web host, be it Cloudways, be it something else, you want to have the exact opposite of what I've just been through. Sites are constantly loading fast. They are running stable. They are running with an uptime of 99.99%. You can easily migrate sites to the host. You can set up staging sites easily. You can control all the necessary server settings. You have really good support from the host, and you don't give your clients a reason to doubt your capabilities. The sites are running up. The sites are running fast. You can easily maintain the sites on the host, and you just want your host to be a good partner. You don't want them to just be a service provider. A web hosting company is one of the key partners that your WordPress agency or your freelance business has. And here are the 5 decisive factors that I came up with for my own businesses to pick the right web host for each specific use case. Number 1, you want full control over all mandatory server settings. That is the server size, CPU, RAM, storage, etc. That is the PHP version, the database version, time settings, timeouts, memory storage, things like that, upload limits. You want to have those settings in an easy way accessible on your server control panel. You don't want to have to log in and go into configuration files on the terminal. Obviously you could do, but that requires a lot more skill than just ticking a few boxes here and there on the control panel, which is in the end more stable to use and to configure. Number 2, easy team configuration. If you have developers at hand, they don't need to change the server settings all the time. Maybe some developers are just there to maintain websites. They are just given access to specific applications or specific servers so that you have a detailed level of control of who sees which applications, can turn which settings on and off, and can tweak configurations. Number 3, you want 24/7, 365 human and skilled support. Yes, chatbots are cool, and yes, sometimes chatbots can help you save time. But in the end, if you type, "I want to speak to a human" in a chat, you want to have a human to be there in, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes, no matter the time or the day or the date, and you want them to know what they are doing. They shouldn't just refer you to a knowledge base article. they should be able to fix your problem. And the good way to test this is to go into the pre-sales support, shoot some questions at them that show you how good those people are in breaking down technical problems into solutions, into potential solutions. Number 4, you want to have complementary add-ons. Think about CDNs, for example, content delivery networks. Think about firewalls, backups, migration services, email integration, things like that. Cloudways, for example, launched a collaboration with Cloudflare Enterprise that is insanely good. They recently launched safe updates, which makes our lives as WordPress developers easier too. There are all sorts of different things that come with Cloudways that you can book on it as add-ons that make our lives easier. Sometimes you need this, sometimes you don't. So make sure that when you evaluate a web host, the add-ons that you want are actually present and you're not getting charged for add-ons that you are never going to use. And point number 5, also really important, scalable pricing. And sometimes you might have 200 or 300 websites under management. Sometimes you had a flood of clients cancel, maybe because of an economic downturn or something like that, and you have 100 clients. So you need half the computing power. You need to tune down your servers. You need to get rid of servers maybe. With a service like Cloudways, you always pay for what you use. So it is very transparent what you're going to be charged at the end of the month. It is very predictable and it's very easy to scale up and down. With other web hosts, not so much. But be sure that you have the flexibility to either increase the server amount or the server size, or that you can scale down the number of servers that you have or the server size of each specific machine according to how many websites you have under management. If you want to learn more details on how you can grow your WordPress agency, hit the like and subscribe button and make sure that you follow the Cloudways YouTube channel, because we have got a ton of content coming out that helps you build your own digital agency, maybe using WordPress, maybe using another CMS, but we will help you get more revenue. We will help you get more projects and deliver those projects on time, because that's what we are here for. We are your hosting partner. We are not just a service provider. We want to grow with you. So let us know in the comments what your most important factors for choosing a hosting company are. And again, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Let us know what I could improve in this list maybe. And subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're serious about building your agency.